Charlotte's Web. I had the author of this producer. My name is Kevin. Here's the book. It was written by E.B. White, and the movie was directed by Charles and Nicholas and Io Okamoto. Here's just some of the voices of the movie: Henry Gibson, VID00012, Angus Moorhead. Those are like three of the main characters: Wilbur, Charlotte, and the goose. The review of the book and movie. When reading the Charlotte's Web, the overall plot of the book and the movie were very similar. This story was told about a young pig. His name was Wilbur, and his friends in the barnyard, and basically his main friend was Charlotte, which was the spider. Charlotte was a talented spinner, which used her spinning techniques to spin messages and help Wilbur save them from the slaughterhouse at the end of the season. Throughout the book, young Wilbur learns about love and friendship along with this harsh reality of life and death. Differences in the movie where a friend takes Wilbur to school with her in the first day that she goes to school. That never happens in the book. Cows and sheep play more of an important role and were given more personality than throughout the book. That did not happen. Also, more movie differences is where the movie added somewhat of new adaptations to Farmland Family. A horse named Ike was added for laughter, and just a crow was also added for humorous purposes that was never in the book. Book differences was, from the beginning, Charlotte was represented and considered as an elder among the animals. That was for the book. In the film, it kind of showed her as somewhat of a mystery. Like, the overall, at the end of the book, it was the same through the book and the movie, but how they kind of showed her throughout the book was different. Like, the animals kind of seemed afraid of her and are reluctant to be around her in the movie, but in the book it was different. Also, the movie seemed to strive to create an overall mood of the book, but is lacking in some areas that in a way touched by the time of that era. Comparing, the two movies I compared was Robin Hood and Sleeping Beauty. The way that it compared to Robin Hood was it was the same overall as Charlotte's Web, because the book to movie was very, very similar. The only differences with Robin Hood was that, with the movie, they added more characters and they added more scenes than what was in the book. And that was basically the exact same as Charlotte's Web. They added more scenes and they added more characters. But overall, the two plots were almost identical, very, very similar. In Sleeping Beauty, the movie was made from a short story. The overall story is the same, but changed in how she woke up significantly. Reading the book and seeing the movie, just like Charlotte's Web, led the reader and viewer a thought of why did they change it. Kind of like how Charlotte was one of the biggest main characters, and they kind of showed her as someone to be scared by the other farm animals in the book. I mean, in the movie, but in the book it showed her as more of a mentor. Recommendations and ratings. For the book, I gave the book a 10 out of 10. For the recommendation, I gave it a 10 out of 10. This book is highly recommended for all ages. Charlotte Web brings to life an amazing essence of friendship and learning of life. It's a true tale that illustrates the lessons people face when making a leap from adolescence to adulthood. The film, I gave a 7 out of 10, but I recommended it for people to view a 9 out of 10. It is recommended but not to be chosen over reading the book. The movie is set to a certain running time and engages in more characters and more scenes, taken away from E.B. White's overall message. But it's a really good book. So here's my references, and we're done.